up because for some reason, every time I'm trying to log back in now to do this live, it just keeps stopping itself. I really have no idea what is happening. Um, I don't know why it would do this and keep on stopping. I'm not touching any buttons. I'm not doing anything. And I don't believe I've said or done anything within my video that would warrant like YouTube to stop my video of being live. But the only theory I have is that it doesn't really have to do with me, and maybe it has something to do with the the system, where maybe like if I don't have very many viewers, then if they get overwhelmed on their servers and they have to kick somebody off, they pick the ones that have the least amount of viewers at that time. So that's my only theory on why it just keeps randomly stopping me in the middle of like trying to teach this class right now. But I don't know why it would do that tonight and why it didn't do it last week, because last week it was the same situation, but I never got interrupted in that way. But, anyways, no big deal. It's elementary night school. Elementary night school. Elementary night school. And we're finishing up. We've got about 22 minutes left if this works. If it stops, again, I'm not going to restart it this time because I'm getting too frustrated about it. And it's just like, it's the universe telling me that it's time for class to be over. Maybe it's the universe telling me it's time for class to be over because I haven't really gotten into any of the lesson plan that I had for this evening. Although I have talked about a lot of interesting things, and I have um, had some interesting chat with persons who joined in on the class. And one of those persons, I'm pretty sure, actually is a child, and maybe a couple. So it's fascinating to me because I really wasn't 100 that any kids would or could be on at this late hour or would even be interested in joining night school for elementary. So it's really kind of cool. Ryan, HR hates to see me coming. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Ryan, but I don't think that's true, but maybe human resources has always had a problem with me, and that's why I haven't always had the same job. Hi, Emma. Hello to you from elementary night school. This is one of our mascots. He says,
Uh,
anyways, it's elementary night school. We're getting to the end of class. It's going to soon be about 15, 20 more minutes, but um, I was going to talk a lot about math tonight and get into math, but we got into a lot of other topics, and that's how it works on elementary night school. Oh, hi, Tammy. Thanks for coming back. I don't know what's going on with it, why it keeps stopping. It just keeps stopping. I don't know why. But you know what? That's part of what we are learning at elementary night school, is that sometimes in life there's a lot of things we don't know why they are that way. We don't know why it goes wrong, and we don't know why it goes right. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. Oh, Emma, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that. Um, Looking cute is always a nice compliment, I believe. Tammy made a short describing, about subscribing to me. Oh, that's cool. I will look at it whenever I go and subscribe to you after this. I'm excited. It's nice to make connections, and especially for our class, because I really do intend to continue doing this on Thursday evenings or late in the night on Thursday nights, early Friday mornings like this, and go along with this math curriculum that I've been working on, as well as other parts of curriculums. And so instead of getting into the math right now, because it's kind of getting too late in the time, do I go live every day? No, Tammy, no. I have set a schedule for elementary night school of going live on Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Pacific time and staying on until 1 a.m. Pacific time. So that's like early Friday morning, technically, but it's really kind of like Thursday night. And I may add one more night if it's popular. But for right now, I'm just doing that because I'm keeping my bandwidth open so that I keep my strength and energy. And this is Lily Marlene, and she is one of our class mascots. She's one of the 2 dogs that lives in this house, and she's a very good girl. And she just climbed up here, so I'm holding her because she's a sweet lady. She's a good girl. I'm a good girl, Lily. Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I think she's cute too. She's a good girl. She's so funny. I've had her with me. She came here. I've had her for, let's see, 3.5 years. But she's older than that. Thank you, Patricia, for all those little love bubbles. Yes, I know I love my baby girl. But she, as you can see by her face, has the white hair, just like how people get gray hairs. Um, Pets can get a white face and white hair around their face. Oh, Patricia, you had a teacup chihuahua. Oh, yes, they are so cute and little. They're so tiny. Now, Lily is actually a chihuahua mixed with miniature dachshund. So she's a little bit long, like her body is long, and she has a lot of like attitudes that a dachshund would have more than a chihuahua, but she definitely is very chihuahua-ish too. I'm gonna put her on the bed so that she can lay down because that's why she jumped up on me. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I love her so much. She's such a good girl. And the thing is that, oh, Tammy, your aunt has a cat called Maple. Oh, that's a cute name for a cat. I bet that they look like kind of like maple syrup too. That's probably why how they got their name is like having that soft brown color. I should try to get my cat to come in here. She went in the other room and then I couldn't get her to come in. So I was like, "All right, you just have to stay out there then cuz I'm doing the show." But my cat is called Salvador Dali the cat. And I don't expect you to know this, Tammy, but Patricia, you might. Salvador Dali was a famous artist in like the 1960s was when he was the most popular. And he had a mustache that is like it comes up and goes out around. It's very exaggerated mustache where it goes out to a long point like this. And it's like the first thing you think of when you think of Salvador Dali. Oh, Patricia, you have 4 cats. Oh, that's a good number of cats to have. That's like having a whole world of cats at that point because they have their own society. But anyways, my cat Salvador Dali has a mustache. She looks like she has a mustache because of the way her hair markings are. So like below her nose, above her mouth, it's like really dark. And then the rest of her coloring isn't as dark, and so she looks like oh, hang on one second. I got to look at something really fast. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, let's see. This is weird. Okay. All right, Patricia, you've got Psycho, Skits, Moo, and Cheeks. Those are your kitties. Uh, Marco, you told your dog you were a federal agent and now he won't talk to you. Well, yeah, I mean, especially if you said it the way that Keanu Reeves says it in the movie Point Break, where he goes, "I am an FBI agent." Your dog's gonna be like, "I don't want to have anything to do with this guy. He's a cop." But oh, let's see, Tammy, your other aunt has two. Oh my gosh! And Patricia, as Patricia, you have 3 dogs, 2 Rottweilers, and a coyote mix? A coyote mix? Wow, that is wild, literally. Coyotes are wild. We have a lot of coyotes around here where I live because there's a ravine that goes down by the school that I'm across the street from. And down in that ravine, it's still really wild down there. Oh my gosh, thank you, Patricia, for saying that I'm fun. I think you are fun too. You know, that reminds me, I'm going to write down your, because what I have found out is that unless you have some special kinds of technology that I don't know how to use or don't have, it doesn't preserve this chat onto the video. Like when it's like on the replay video later after we already did live, it won't keep the chat there. So then I can't go in and subscribe to the people who have watched my show because I like to subscribe to people. This is something I always say. You know what's free? Pressing the subscribe button. I can't believe more people don't just click subscribe. I mean, I'll click subscribe on anybody. I click subscribe on people who I like the comment they made on someone else's video. Somebody else's video, then somebody makes a real funny comment. I'll click like on their comment, and then I go look at their channel. I go, oh, this person's great, and I subscribe. And I'm sure they're like, how did this random? In fact, one time a guy did actually make a picture and say, like, why did you follow me? I'm just like, I just do frisbee golf. And I go, I don't even know why I followed you. Probably I like something you said on somebody else's video. It's so funny how people act like subscribing is like that your whole integrity is wrapped up in the subscribes that you make. That's crazy town. Let's see. Tammy. Oh, coyote and corgi. Now, that's fascinating, Tammy, or Patricia. And I don't want to get too into the weeds here because we've got kids on this channel, but that's an interesting. It has to have been a tame coyote, right? Like somebody's pet that was full coyote and then just made friends with a corgi. I don't know. That's wild. Whoa, wild. And then Tammy says, could you share your screen on live and show my channel? Well, I'll have to find out how to do that, Tammy. And if I could, I will. Let's see. Now Patricia says, thought you had a big cat in your yard and it was a raccoon. Tammy, they act like subscribing. Yeah, they do act like. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I will subscribe to you guys after this. I can't go off and do that right now because I think it screws up the live, but I will. Yeah, they do act like subscribing is like donating a kidney. A lot of people are really funny that way. They're like, well, why would I subscribe? I'm like, how in what world or universe does it harm you to subscribe? Like literally, because you can subscribe and then just not put notifications on, then you're never bothered with it. You never have to think about it again, really. I don't know. I don't really understand it. But I will tell you one thing. I have my watch history turned off. And so when I open my YouTube app, it is blank. It just says, like the search button and then the buttons at the bottom that kind of tells me like to go to my channel or to go to my subscriptions or whatever, or to start a live. It's like the 5 buttons that are at the bottom of your app. But yeah, if you turn your watch history off, then you don't have a feed. You don't have an automatic feed that happens as soon as you open your app. You can go to a feed by clicking on your subscriptions, but then that's a feed only of people you subscribe to instead of the normal feed, which is on there if you leave your watch history on. So I would advise anybody who can stand it to take your watch history off. And how I work it, because sometimes people say, well, what if I turn off my watch history and then I can't find the video I want to go back and watch again? Well, if you want to go back and watch it so bad, save it to your watch later playlist. Make a playlist that's called temporary and make it a private playlist. And anything you think you might want to go back to, put it there. Or click like on it and then it'll go in your list that's called liked videos and you can access it from there. But then that way you're just not getting thrown every video that the algorithm decides to throw you. Because the only time you have to look at a streaming feed of videos and scroll through it is if you choose to go on your subscriptions page. So that's my little piece of extreme wisdom about YouTube and peace of mind and sanity, because it's really chaotic when you open YouTube and you have your watch history on, because it's just an insane scroll of just random stuff. It's too much for me personally. Let's see, Patricia, your neighbor gave you to her. She was so sick. Now she's a great dog. And is that about the coyote corgi? Coyorgi? What would we call her? A coyorgi? Um, a corgoti? I don't know. That's fun to try to think about. She probably wasn't doing well because she didn't know you yet, Patricia, and now she's doing great. Let's see. Share your screen on live and show your channel. Okay, let me see if I can try. I will try to do that, but I truly DK, if we're being 100% real. I am... I don't know if it... I'm going to have to do some offline research about this and try it next time. Because I can't figure it out right this second. And I just don't know how to do it. I'm so sorry, darling. But I think everybody who's watching it right now can see the chat, right? Can you guys see the chat? Or is it just me who sees the chat? I feel like you guys can all see the chat. Patricia, that's just not nice to strangers. Well, I can't imagine that a dog that's part coyote would be very nice to strangers, because that was what I was saying about the coyotes that live down in the ravine. I mean, they're not afraid of people. They come up into my neighborhood and go in my alley, and they're like all around right here all the time. But they're not, you would not try to pet them. One cool thing is sometimes when they're down in the valley, in the little ravine, the whole group of them, because I only usually see like a pair of them running around, but there's way more, and sometimes they start singing to each other, like howling like wolves to each other. It is so amazing. There's a short on my channel of audio of them doing that a while back. I'm not sure where it's at on the shorts, but there is one definitely where I caught a little bit of them making those howling sounds. Okay, let's see. Tammy, green screen. All right, let's see if I bigger. No, that's not it. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out in the future because I cannot get it to do it. But if anybody can't see the chat, it's like, it's Tammy at Tammy Lampasona 448. Let's see. Patricia lives in the mountains on a ranch. Oh yeah, well no. If you have, oh Tammy, you're gonna get your kitty cat. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I see what you mean. I think I know what you mean. Is like collaborate or something. Ugh, I don't know. But yeah, when you have livestock, it's very, very difficult to have much sympathy for coyotes, because coyotes are good at harming livestock and like pets and stuff. You have therapy horses? Oh, that's so great. Oh, Tammy, Caden. Oh, Caden. I get it. Tammy's your aunt, huh? Or your grandma? I get it. I understand. Okay, Caden. I understand. Oh, therapy horses. That's so cool. They are, therapy animals in general are just perfect animals. I had a cat in the past named Bama. I got him in Alabama, and he was so amazing as a therapy animal. I took him to the nursing home where there were people who had Alzheimer's and dementia, and this one lady, she she was just sitting there. I had the cat in my hands on my lap sitting next to her, and she was real out of it, but then she turned and she started staring at my cat, Bama, and then she was looking at him, and then she goes, "Are you scared?" Because the place when we went to the nursing home, the other volunteers mostly had dogs. I was the only one who had a cat because, a lot of cats wouldn't really be too great for going around places like that. So she turns at him and goes, "Are you scared?" And like she reached out and petted him a little bit and stuff, and she was like really into it. And the other people who worked there and knew her really well, they were like so touched by that because they said like she hasn't actually spoken words in like several months because of her dementia. So something about the cat really brought it back to the surface and she was able to speak. And so that's the magic of animals. And I'm sure if you have therapy horses, Patricia, you're very well aware of how a person who's struggling with other people can have a real breakthrough with an animal that they wouldn't have with people. Okay, Caden, what did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? You remember I'm a professional comedian, so this better be funny. Just kidding. It's okay if it's not funny. Those kind of jokes usually are just like kind of like you just giggle a little bit, and that's about all you're going to get. Yeah, therapy really is awesome, Patricia. It's therapy of all kinds is like the idea that like someone's not alone. And I think like that's really, I would say, because we're getting almost to the end of the time for tonight. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. Kaden, that that I didn't even get it until right now. Like, I was laughing at first because I thought it was like just kind of insane. And then when I really reset it in my own head, I was like, oh, wait, it sounds like surprise. I already thought it was funny just because it was like random, but now it's even extra funny. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Patricia likes it too. But yeah, that is definitely absolutely one of the primary goals and reasons why I decided to start doing my show again and having my elementary night school classroom is because I think that even though more than ever we're very well aware that there is so many people because we have see so many people on our phone like if you look at like a trend on like YouTube or TikTok, like a trending audio, you just scroll through pages and pages and pages of individual people or groups of people making their videos. And it's like so many people, so many people, so many people. There's all these billions and millions of people. But it still don't really feel like you're not all by yourself though, even with all that. And so that's why I like having this show because I really think that hidden in the curriculum of third through fifth grade is a lot of things that we need in 2026, no matter what grade we're in or what age we are, because it's a lot of things about realizing that nobody's actually alone. That everybody has somebody, and actually most people have a lot of people, and that um, anything that we're experiencing is something that someone else has experienced or may still be experiencing also, and that any feeling that you have about yourself or about your life is something that you um that is not making you a freak or making you like the only person in the world who has that problem or who has that thought. Like, no, because everybody's learning. That's the idea of elementary night school, is because everybody's learning. That's what night school is for adults, is because to say, hey, I didn't get all my learning done when I was a kid in school. I'm going to go to night school and learn more or pick up what I didn't get. And that's how I look at this, is whether you're a kid still right now or you're an adult and you missed out on something when you were a kid, or you just want to brush up on what you did learn. It doesn't matter because we can all learn together. Now, Patricia. Okay, Caden, I'm gonna address your question in a moment about what to do whenever you're cold. Unless that's a joke. Is that a joke, Caden? Are you setting up another joke? What should you do whenever you're cold? I feel like that's not a question. It's actually the setup of a joke. But Patricia, I am so sorry that your stepson was harmed by the public school system or a person within it. And that breaks my heart because children are the future. Children are who the world is actually for. The world is for always the newest people. And so when people who are already the newest people, who are like filled with the most enthusiasm and the most excitement about life and going towards like like learning and growing and like becoming and all of these cool things that kids get to do that a lot of adults kind of forget that they're able to do. And then there's somebody who's an adult or whatever that is like gonna just like slap that down and hurt that person and harm that and like stunt that ability for the person to bloom and blossom how they should. It's just like it's even worse than like a person that's an adult doing something to another adult, because it's doing something to someone who, first of all, is in a vulnerable position and has no choice of where they're at in those positions. And then secondly, because you're like crushing something that's like precious, because that enthusiasm and excitement and that feeling of like your brain like lighting up so much is something that mostly happens for kids, or is the most for kids. And so if you're crushing it, you're kind of like hurting that thing for that person forever. So I'm really sorry that that happened to him. And I I do think children need social schools, and so that's why homeschooling can be a challenge. But depending on where you're at, there's often a lot of groups and organizations and other parents who can help you um, to give those social experiences to him. Go, because it's 90 degrees. Caden! Do you got your grandma's joke book in your hand? What's going on? That is so funny. No, I get it. Go in the corner because it's 90 degrees. That is hilarious. And that also is great. That's really great for elementary night school, because as we go through our classes, we are eventually going to be getting into geometry. And geometry is how you know that a corner is 90 degrees. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I can tell that you're very, very smart. Patricia, I am so glad that that other parent was able to alert you so that you and your stepson's father could or mother could address it and protect and remove him from that situation. I'm just very sorry that it happened at all because it's really wrong. It's really wrong. And it is so fun watching him learn. Patricia tossing a water balloon over at Caden. Yeah, Patricia, it says Tammy, but that's because that's Caden's grandmother. That's whose phone and account they're using. So it's actually Caden, but it's okay. That really was funny. That is very good. Okay, that is getting to the end, but I do, since we're talking about funny, silly jokes that are very silly and very like an old time joke book jokes, I will tell you guys one of my favorite jokes of all times, which was told to me by my friend Roland, who I used to take care of. I didn't really take care of him, but he lived alone after his wife had died, and so he he his family kind of wanted him to have somebody that he was hanging out with regularly so he didn't get too lonely at his house. So I had a job where I went and took care of or hung out with older people, and so I would hang out with Roland. And Roland was really, really funny, and he was really like just such a silly guy. But um Oh, Caden, why shouldn't you toss a water balloon at Elsa because she will let it go? Oh, that's ridiculous. That is so funny. My brain was thinking like maybe it was because like it would freeze on its way from you to her, but that's even funnier that she will let it go. But anyway, so here's the joke that Roland told me, and I will close with this and then we'll finish the show up. But it goes like this. How do you say hot dog in Italian? And the answer is a hot dog. It's so ridiculous. A hot dog. And Roland was 80 years old. Like, he would tell me that joke. I would lose my mind. I would laugh so hard every time. And like, he just, it tickled him that I would laugh that hard because he was like, it's not that good of a joke. Why is it so funny to you? And I'm like, I don't know, but it's the funniest thing ever. I'm sorry. Okay, I thought of one more. I thought of one more. This is something that happened with me and my friend Jack Scotty. We were at the open mic, and there was a lady there who was a new comedian, and she was talking to the host in the green room, and her name is Montana Pine. And the host said to her, "Is your name really Montana Pine?" And she goes, "Yep." She goes, "My mother was a hippie." And then my friend Jack Scotty goes, "Was your dad a tree?" It's so funny. Was your dad a tree? And she just ignored him and kept talking to the host. And we were sitting there dying, laughing so hard. And then even after a few minutes, I go, because she was still talking to the host, I go to Jack, I go, "Wasn't it so funny when she said her mom was a hippie and you said her dad was a tree?" And we were laughing again about it. And she was right there. She still ignored us. But her ignoring us made it so extra funny. I don't know. Maybe it had to be there, but I still think it's so funny to say, "Was your dad a tree?" Like, literally, that's the funniest thing. So, anyways, this has been a lot of fun, you guys. I want to really thank everybody who was here for the show tonight, whether it was this part of the show right now or in the earlier segments when it kept getting cut off. I don't know why it was getting cut off. I'm not going to really try to get my brain hung up on it because elementary night school is not about getting too worried about something that didn't go how you thought, because you can just go to the next thing. It's no worries. It's fine. We can always learn and we can always grow. And that is really the important thing. Whether you are one of today's modern preteens, ages 8 through 10, who is busy working at your job in the day and can't go to chump school for babies and needs to take night school at night, or whether you're an adult who just wants to brush up, or just test their knowledge, or just spend this time together. All of those things are good reasons to join elementary night school. And I think Mr. Arthur Fonzarelli, aka Henry Winkler, the Fonz, would agree that it's a good thing for us to bring the authentic Arthur Fonzarelli fake 1950s in the 1970s night school experience to today's modern preteens. So on that note, thanks again, everybody. I'm going to go back in and subscribe to a few of you who have so graciously subscribed. And even if you just said you subscribed and you didn't do it, I'm not even mad, because literally it's like, it's fine. Everybody has to do what works for them. So, but I am going to go in and subscribe to you guys. And I really appreciate you being here as my students and as my new friends and as viewers of Elementary Night School. And if you want, as I tune out, sing it with me. Elementary Night School, Elementary Night School. All right, we'll see you in 1 week. That is August 13th, 11 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Mountain, 1 a.m. Central, 2 a.m. Eastern. And we go until 1 a.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Mountain, 3 a.m. Central, 4 a.m. Eastern. Because guess why? Because I live in Pacific, and so to me, Pacific time is the important one. I'm tired of Eastern time getting all of the hype. All right, thanks, you guys. See you next week.